Elections Management Body ELECAM has announced that 8,110,464 voters are registered to participate in the presidential election scheduled for October 12, 2025. According to the data, 31,653 polling stations will be open across the country and abroad. Of these, 31,545 will be located within Cameroon, while 108 polling stations will serve Cameroonian voters living overseas. Among the registered voters, 7,976,053 will cast their ballots within Cameroon and 34,411 are registered in the diaspora. ELECAM statistics also shed light on voter demographics. There are 3,716,567 women and 4,293,897 men on the list. The electoral register also includes 33,921 people with disabilities, while 2,581,965 young people are expected to vote. Regional data shows significant variations in voter registration. The Center region has the highest number of registered voters with 1,471,272, followed closely by the Littoral region, which surpasses the 1 million mark with 1,326,839 registered voters. The Far North counts 1,242,151 potential voters, while the South region has the lowest registration rate with 318,186 voters. The East with 389,590, Adamawa 504,622 voters, North 787,464 voters, Northwest 625,223 voters, Southwest 426,342 voters, and the West region counts 884,354 voters. Cameroonians abroad will also have the chance to vote, with 19,983 voters in Africa, 1,718 voters in America, 1,851 in Asia, and 10,859 in Europe. The 2025 presidential election will be conducted in a single round, with the Constitutional Council expected to proclaim the final results within 15 days after the vote.
The press briefing by the Minister of Territorial Administration, Paul Atanga-Nji, want to set the records clear.
We condemn reckless remarks from a candidate to an extent of publicly defending terrorism and boasting about his connections with a dangerous terrorist who has committed untold atrocities in the Northwest and Southwest regions.
Concerning security threats from terrorists in these Anglophone regions,
the criminals and the terrorists will always make those pronouncements. They said this in 2018 and there was voting in the two regions. So we are used to those irresponsible pronouncements.
On information about platforms created to count ballots and publish results, Paul Atanga-Nji called on them
abandon this criminal initiative which cannot prevail. It should be restated that only the Constitutional Council has the authority to announce the results of the presidential election.
Briefing national and international press, the MINAD boss announced
that a candidate intends to declare himself the winner from his home. This candidate should know that his house does not have armored doors, and that in the event of the least blunder, MINAD will take immediate action and law must prevail.
The government agents in the electoral process acknowledged that, like in every election, there will obviously be grievances, accusations, lawsuits, but candidates should resort to legal means to defend their rights or state their case. Thus, no misconduct from whosoever shall be tolerated, he warned, especially those he says want to use the presidential election as a pretext to incite social upheavals.
After the elections, I can tell you, we should not be afraid of anything. There will be no conflict. You know, they will be crying and gnashing of teeth. People will be crying and saying that. But I say, you want to cry, stay home and cry. We don't want to see people on the streets.
All is in place, he concluded, for a well-organized, credible, transparent, fair, peaceful and secure election on October 12 all over the national territory.
Political and social life in Cameroon has been buzzing in the lead up to October 12, 2025. From media houses to civil society organizations, concerns are growing over what appears to be increased internet instability since the start of the election campaign in Cameroon. Internet connection in Cameroon has not been stable since the beginning of the electoral campaign. For some time now, we've been facing issues with the availability and reliability of the internet. On the eve of the presidential election, the quality of internet connectivity is very poor. We are experiencing constant network instability. Disruptions are hindering journalists in their efforts to gather, verify, and publish reliable information. The delays make it harder for the public to access timely and accurate updates about the election. The internet is an indispensable tool for accessing information, following the news, and verifying facts before writing articles. We need the internet to receive timely and accurate information, especially during such a critical period. Without internet access, it's difficult to verify facts, and misinformation spreads easily. During an election period, that's extremely dangerous. Access to the internet is essential for reliable information. As October 12 approaches, fears of a possible internet blackout on election day are rising, especially among civil society groups, many of whom see the current disruptions as a potential warning up. All attempts to get experts in the field were futile.
After years of inactivity and partial operations following the 2019 blaze that crippled its production units, the National Refining Company, Sonara, in Limbe, is steadily regaining its footing. The Cameroonian government has praised the company's ongoing reconstruction efforts.
So Sonara has a lot to be grateful to the government for. It is important. I'm happy to see this project to start production in 24 months.
During an inspection visit on October 9, 2025, Prime Minister and Head of Government Chief Dr. Joseph Jonguti toured the refinery to assess the pace of work. He expressed satisfaction with what has been achieved so far, noting that rehabilitation aligns with the government's commitment to strengthening Cameroon's energy infrastructure. Once completed, the reconstruction refinery is expected to supply both domestic and regional markets, enhancing energy security and contributing to Cameroon's economic development.
I'm very happy. The Prime Minister give us the opportunity, give all the country the opportunity to know what we are doing here in Sonara. He testified the level of the reconstruction as instructed by the head of state, His Excellency Mr. Paul Biya. You are looking at me.
The visit of the Prime Minister, Head of Government, has reassured us.
This revival marks a turning point for the country's petroleum sector and symbolizes the government's broader commitment to rebuilding strategic national industries.
As Cameroon prepares for the October 12, 2025 presidential election, misinformation is spreading rapidly across social media with young people as the main amplifiers. In Lome, located in the Mongo division, concerns over fake news have prompted awareness campaigns to curb the misuse of digital platforms during the sensitive periods.
Ces formations visent la jeunesse qui est un acteur majeur dans notre société.
Gathered in Lome, youth participants were urged to think critically before sharing content online. Trainers stressed the dangers of forwarding unverified political information, especially during an election when emotions and tensions run high.
Nous sommes en période électorale et nous savons que les personnes les plus sensibles et les plus manipulables sont les jeunes.
social media connects devices and people in real time, but one careless post can be traced back to the source once a facilitator. The message was clear: digital footprints matter and accountability is real.
La jeunesse dynamique du Mungo s'est engagée pour sensibiliser ces jeunes-là.
Comment savoir si les sources sont vraies? On doit vérifier sur plusieurs sources.
The training highlighted a strong need for digital literacy. Most participants admitted they had previously shared content without fact-checking, but said the session opened their eyes. Today in Lome, the growing number of informed and responsible youths are saying no to fake news, refusing to be used as tools of disinformation during this crucial election period.
The Sound of the People, known by its French acronym, Le Son du Peuple, has racked up more than 11,000 views on YouTube. The song calls on the next president to take charge of the people, resonating with the public eager for renewal and inclusion. Over in the northern part of Cameroon, Abo Bairo is winning over younger audiences with his energetic tribute, Issa Chiroma. The song, with over 64,000 views on YouTube, captures the enthusiasm of a new generation entering political discourse through music. In contrast, Bello Price strikes a different note. His track, Grandeur et Espérance, Greatness and Hope, celebrates the achievements of long-serving President Paul Biya with lyrics urging unity and continuity. The song has become an unofficial campaign anthem for Biya's supporters. In a country where public expression often finds its safest form through arts, music has become the people's loudest voice.
The presence of these many artists at the press conference is confirmation that the announced unity concert to hold at the multipurpose sports complex in Yaoundé is taking shape, as the guest star Awilo Longomba affirmed his love for Cameroon, his so-called second home.
C'est un pays qui a été toujours donné comme exemple pour nous, les Africains. Quand on passe au Cameroun, c'est la paix, la stabilité et l'unité.
It will be a spectacular show with some 30 artists, 2 foreigners, Awilo Longomba and Tamsi, and 28 Cameroonians with names such as Isnebo, Greg Belobo, Marol Chamba, Anian Zwe, and the many other faces to set the stage ablaze. A female DJ will keep the 5-hour show flowing.
All Cameroonians should attend for a big live show. You know, when Awilo Longomba gonna take the floor, it's gonna be another level of Ndombolo, and Tamsi, that coup de marteau, is gonna be another floor from Côte d'Ivoire. So I think that unity is important for all of us.
Question if it is not a campaign show that also portrays their political leaning to the party in power. I want everyone to know that the artist is a service provider, functions as service provider. If we are solicited by the head of state, we'll provide the service. It has nothing to do with politics. The Unity and Cohesion musical concert is scheduled on Saturday, October 11, on the eve of the presidential elections here in Cameroon. According to statistics, in 2022, some 56.3% of mental health cases were registered in Cameroon. This includes anxiety, depression, perinatal troubles, and with the confusion between mental health and mental illness, the need to promote mental health prerogative. Among the strategies under discussion is aware parenting.
Aware parenting is an innovative approach of parenting based on communication and on the psychological needs of the child. So it's important to understand that a child has a need.
Occasion for the stakeholders, medical practitioners invited for the Global Mental Health Symposium to share their experience and align theory and practice.
We take, for instance, the war in Nozo. The people, they are moving from the Nozo to come for new towns, new culture, differences. So it's very difficult for them to handle such difficulties. Daily hardship.
The stakeholders reveals also that children's mental health depends on parents' mental health, the perinatal mental health, the emotional and psychological well-being of women during pregnancy and after delivery. The key to all this are:
we have good communication, good relation. It's important to have a good sleep. It's important to have a regular physical activity. It's important also to stay with the person, interact with others, the social environment, and so on. Because this simple thing contribute to prevent the mental disorder, the mental condition, mental issue in the future.
Handling mental health issue of every stage of life is by acting early. It starts with diagnosis, then psychotherapy to move from difficulty to proposed solution, either psychological or social, environmental. This second symposium is in line with the celebration of the World Mental Health Day, this 10 October 2025.